Over the past few months, a new phenomenon of YouTube videos has been surging in popularity. Children with unsupervised internet and webcam access have increasingly been live streaming themselves on YouTube, in the hopes of gaining attention, boosting their popularity, and even becoming famous. Naturally, due to the open nature of the platform, their honest intentions are actively being exploited by pedophiles who watch and comment on these videos in real time. Children are encouraged to live stream themselves doing yoga routines, shower routines, dare challenges, and other topics that demonstrate clear ill intent on the part of the commenters, while the children themselves often remain oblivious to why these types of videos are in demand in the first place. Predators are coercing children into taking their clothes off, stretching and compromising poses, and showing the insides of their mouths, among other disturbing requests. The kids live streaming are none the wiser, however. They are made to believe that these requests are simply coming from other children watching their videos. They are threatened to fulfill these requests, with the negative repercussion of potentially losing subscribers or having their videos flagged if they refuse. From an adult's perspective, it's clear as day what is happening, and getting a video taken down is nothing compared to being exploited by predators. But these children are immature and concerned with creating successful YouTube careers, not with how they must protect themselves online. The behaviors of the commenters in these live streams are eerily similar to well-known child grooming tactics. The children are befriended in order to earn their trust and reveal more information about themselves. Children are routinely asked for phone numbers and email addresses by pedophiles, so that they can remain in contact even after their live streams are taken down by YouTube. Fortunately, some of these live streams are being taken down, sometimes within seconds or minutes of being flagged by Good Samaritans. But the sheer quantity of channels and the ease with which new streams are set up means that flagging individual videos only delays the exploitation of these children. It is not a sustainable or long-term solution. Furthermore, reporting exploitative comments is difficult because they're often deleted by the commenters immediately after being read by the children hosting the live stream. This is not a simple problem that YouTube can solve without severely restricting the ability to upload videos due to the short-term nature of these live streams. The main issue at hand is that parents are either unaware of what their children are doing online, or they simply don't care. Often, the streams will occur with parents and older siblings in the next room, within earshot. In fact, predators even instruct children to give tours of their homes. There may be several reasons for making this specific request, but most likely it is to ascertain whether or not the children are home alone. In spite of these difficulties, there are steps that can be made to address the problem. First, we need a streamlined way to report the commenters on these videos. Because the comments are so quickly deleted, ultimately there is nothing to report, and all that can be done is to take the stream down entirely. Second, YouTube must do a better job of displaying when staff are present in the chat. Many predators trick children into believing that they are official YouTube representatives, or they will even ask children to grant them moderation privileges. This allows predators to mute users who threaten their grooming process, typically while telling the child that they are helping them by getting rid of drama or quote-unquote haters. The problem of children live streaming themselves on YouTube is only getting worse, and predators are becoming more clever with time. Due to the speed with which some videos get taken down, children are now being encouraged to change the names of their videos to not fit certain keywords, such as routine and challenge, which can easily be found by either YouTube moderators or other trusted flaggers. Those with malicious intentions will not stop just because they should be doing the right thing. It is all of our responsibility to make sure children are aware of the dangers that the internet can pose. Parenting is not a simple task, but if the foundation of responsible parenting is not ensured, then this exploitation will continue unabated.
When I was 13 years old, I was groomed and lured from my home by an internet predator who kidnapped me from my Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania home and took me to Virginia, where he held me captive in his basement dungeon, where I was raped and beaten and tortured and suffered atrocities that nobody should ever have to. But thankfully I was rescued. I'm so very lucky for that.
Well, tonight, police are celebrating a major victory in keeping kids across our city safe.
Yes, they have made 126 child predator arrests in Operation Heartbreak, which include a pizza delivery driver, a neurologist, even an Army Reserve officer.
Have come forward, and police tell us this morning they are concerned there could be more victims. McGilly is here at Old City Hall this morning in custody, and a bail hearing is underway. The 46-year-old who has taught English at Bishop Allen Academy in Etobicoke for nearly the past decade was arrested in early October on 6 child exploitation charges.
We know that online child abuse has been a growing problem with the use of digital technology, and increasingly children and young people living their lives through online means.
Not only is it hard to catch online pedophiles, when they are caught, the penalties are not severe. On the 28th of July, Kyle Dawson was sentenced here at the Brisbane District Court to 5 years in prison. But he will be eligible for parole in 2 years, when he will likely be released to his native New Zealand.
Officers could ask the courts to ban sex offenders from going to certain areas, being near children or using computers. But a report into the use of these civil prevention orders says the system put in place by Labor is failing to deliver the quality of protection children deserve from sexual abuse.
Back then, I was 12 years old. It was MSN Messenger back then that I was being groomed on in Yahoo chat sites.
Now moving to handheld devices.
And now today it's Facebook, you know, and it's Snapchat. Snapchat is one of the biggest places where they're hanging out now, the traffickers and the perpetrators. Social media, it's a breeding ground right now.
From video and text messaging to online chat rooms and live streaming, getting in touch over the internet has never been easier. But it's also made it effortless for sexual predators to target children.
That is my biggest message, that this can happen to any child at all. And grooming is very simple. And it's even more simple today because there's so much access to kids, because we carry mobile devices with us nearly everywhere. But grooming is just pretending to be a child's friend and telling them what they want to hear versus what they need to hear. And just pretending really to be a friend, to be there for them all the time, telling them what they want to hear and making them feel all the things that they don't feel every day. Filling in those insecurities that kids often have, making them feel beautiful or important or special or unique or handsome or whatever it may be that builds that child up and gains the trust of the predator. That is the predator's ultimate goal, is to gain trust.
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Our previous video gave a primer on the extent of YouTube's pedophilia problem. We explained YouTube challenge and routine videos and how children often don't know how to protect themselves from pedophiles online. In this episode, we will share information on how predators are able to access children's videos and then manipulate them into doing lewd and perverted acts live on stream. While many people are likely to assume that child pornography exists solely in the outer reaches of the internet, pedophiles are, in fact, able to find children quite easily by using specific search terms on YouTube. When a video is live streamed or uploaded to YouTube without being given a title or a description, the title will default to a day, month, year format. This automatic format will be added to the video content in the language of the country where it was filmed. To give you an idea of what we're talking about, here are a few examples. Currently, these kinds of search terms won't yield as many results in English as they do in languages like Portuguese or Russian. However, regardless of the language used to search for these questionable and inappropriate videos, the recommended results still often lead to increasingly more graphic and exploitative content. Quite possibly the most disheartening element of this phenomenon is the fact that there are literally millions of these videos. And by using this day, month, year format, this content can be found on just about any search engine, allowing predators to easily find the videos, even without using Google or YouTube. To make matters worse, they often groom the children into producing more exploitative content. And sadly, these predators have many ways of grooming their victims. Some use blackmail or threats to get what they want. Others try to pretend to be children themselves to ease the child into doing as they say. Others promise likes and subscribers, which are a valuable form of currency in the desire for YouTube fame. The extent to which YouTube is aware of this risk to children isn't known, so it's difficult to pinpoint how much they can be held responsible. That being said, live streaming is a very simple task to do, so we ask, why are there no means to control or censor on a more immediate basis? Why does it often take several minutes for a staff member to respond to user reports? That is, if they even respond at all. And furthermore, given the nearly endless availability of this content, why haven't we heard anything about this in the mainstream media in the first place? As you may have already heard, YouTube is spending $25 million on boosting authoritative news sources and, subsequently, restricting the audience for sources that are deemed to be fake news. We have absolutely no reason to believe that a single penny of this $25 million will go towards addressing the rampant problem of pedophiles who groom children into broadcasting perverted, pornographic, and sexually abusive requests. We certainly thank our predecessor investigating YouTube for playing a pivotal role in achieving a response from YouTube, as well as raising community awareness to the dangers faced by very young children who were often being babysat by the website. Investigating YouTube managed to force the hand of the platform to take some action, and for that, we are thankful. However, as our goals transition, we are faced with a new set of problems, even more sinister than the last. The largest video sharing platform in the world uses astounding hypocrisy in how they cherry-pick their policies pertaining to censorship, algorithmic suggestions, demonetization, and restriction of content. Meanwhile, it remains incredibly easy to find an enormous cache of child exploitation media. With all these blatant acts of pedophilia happening in plain sight, on a platform that should be safe for the millions of users it attracts, it is important that we stand up and speak out against this. We must speak out to protect these children. We must speak out to keep this website safe. We must speak out to provide a voice for those who cannot speak for themselves. This is the mission of Exposing Exploitation. Viewers, We ask that you please share this video to spread awareness of the risk to children. It is up to us to tell parents, children, and other members of the public that this dire problem exists. We thank you for watching, and we hope that you'll stay tuned for further videos highlighting possible solutions, alternative options, and other instances of exploitation occurring online in plain sight. If you have any questions or are interested in joining our cause, check out the links to our website, Reddit, and Discord server in the description.
Our previous episode gave an overview on how pedophiles are able to find underage children on YouTube and how YouTube has taken little action in countering this problem. In this episode, we will go into further detail on the pedophiles themselves and how they operate on YouTube. We will provide examples where certain pedophiles achieve a position of notoriety by evading bans and recreating accounts. A preferred technique for these pedophiles to share content is by creating what we call pedo-whale accounts. We use the term whale because it provides pedophiles with a massive catalog and archive of content and often uses its size to further persuade children to do perverted acts with the promise of fame and recognition. If a child being groomed happens to refuse the requests of the pedo-whales, the results are often devastating for the targeted child, with mass unsubscribing and disliking that hurts the child's self-esteem, embarrasses them, and causes anxiety. As we all know, kids growing up today often seek gratification and attention through social media, and through the likes and subscribers they can receive. This occurs because the children either don't get enough attention at home, or our society puts too much attention on superficial reactions on social media. Terms such as social media anxiety and cyberbullying truly illustrate how social media can affect the development of children and young adults, especially since they're very self-conscious about what others think of them. With how commonplace the usage of social media is with minors, pedophiles and other types of exploiters are able to easily find fields to plunder for their evil purposes. Prominent pedo-whale accounts include the likes of Tandy, Kingpin, Cleopatra, and possibly the most deplorable of all, Siltob. Tandy in particular is an organized group of people that coordinate mass dislikes and copyright strikes on any channel that refuses to perform their perverted requests. Siltob is even more baffling because the account has been banned 5 times previously, yet somehow they always reappear with the same name and profile picture. It's almost as if YouTube doesn't pay close enough attention to its users, especially considering that they recently released a transparency report which shows results of enforcing YouTube community guidelines seem statistically ineffective. In fact, YouTube's practices are so ineffective, a class action lawsuit has been filed in the state of South Carolina against Google and YouTube LLC over the matter. The plaintiffs, the people who brought the case to court, claimed that YouTube has, with the intent of commercial exploitation, collected and harvested the information of its users that were under 13 years of age. The plaintiffs consist of parents whose children have had their identifying information collected by YouTube, which violates the federal COPPA Act, which states, any commercial website or online service, including child-focused apps, are unable to lawfully obtain the personal information of any child under 13 without obtaining verifiable consent from their parents. This class action continues on with further allegations against Google and YouTube LLC that question the acceptable methods for obtaining verifiable parental consent, including personal information defined in COPPA as any media file that contains a child's image or voice. Our investigations have uncovered that the vast majority of YouTube video content that involves children is not collected with the consent of any parent. Furthermore, it is collected by exploitative pedophiles. Not only does this violate child exploitation laws, but it violates COPPA as well. The plaintiffs in the class action also state that YouTube did not meet the requirements under COPPA to ensure that information collected from minors is done with parental consent. Furthermore, they don't even make an effort to inform parents of their data collection practices. To qualify as parental consent, one must provide verification of identity, whether it be the use of a credit card, driver's license, facial recognition, or by answering knowledge-based questions. If you want to dig more into this case, feel free to check out the links in the description. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for further videos highlighting possible solutions, alternative options, and other instances of exploitation occurring online in plain sight. If you have any questions or just want to help, feel free to join our Discord or post on our subreddit. Links are in the description below.
Mother screams, her baby cries, till the dawn will suffer through and bear witness what we came to do. Righteous cleansing is what it needs. What you've sown, so you shall reap. Gonna raise this town until it's gone. So grab some gasoline and sing along. Oh, the city's burning down tonight. Oh, the city's burning down tonight. Say goodbye, won't you say goodbye, won't you say goodbye. See the smoke, breathe it in, till all you taste is the burning skin. Turn to ash in the blink of an eye. This raging fire into the sky. Entire life was in vain. The only thing left for me to say, society's rotten, nothing left to redeem. Let me show you just what I mean. Oh, the city's burning down tonight. Oh, the city's burning down tonight. So say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. Say goodbye, say goodbye. Won't you say goodbye? Say goodbye, won't you say goodbye? So say goodbye. Say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. tremble. Devil in the rear view. He calls my